Hello guys, I have another video for you. So I have this Entagma course where in the beginning they have this intro, and I'm gonna be trying to make the same animation in a bit easier way because their approach is like some sort of rigging and Vex based, but I also use Vex, but it's not that complicated. It's the same line repeated a couple times. So I have to set up for this animation. One is uh, the geometry just spinning and the colors flowing through, and the other one is well, if I change to my camera, uh, it should look a lot nicer. It's following a curve and twisting and going. It's a little fast, but that's just easy to fix. Uh, and as you can see inside, it's not that complicated, it's very simple. This is just the cache, and the rest is very simple uh, nodes. So I'm just gonna start by dropping down a geometry node where I name it a recording because I'm recording right now. And so these parameters are user dependent, so the ones I'm using are gonna be different for you. You just have your own touch to them. But first I'm gonna drop down the line with like a very long line basically. And we are gonna have it on the z-axis. Awesome. Uh, the points don't matter because we are gonna use the resample and enable curve view attribute and the resample. Well, I think that's too low. Now we are gonna write a very basic vex. I'm gonna need the other two lines, that's why I double press enter. So we need to make an attribute, and I like working with CD because I can see what it's like. I mean, I can also visualize other attributes, but CD is very easy to read. We're gonna have the CD controlled by a channel ramp where we use our well, first we need a name for our channel ramp and then a curve view that we created. And if I make the parameter and change it from flow to color, sorry if I'm a little fast, but that's just very basic stuff. So now I should have color going from 0 to 1 then to 0, but I want it to be 0.1, not completely 0, and this one to be 0.9 and this one to be 0.1. It's not very good to work with zeros and ones because sometimes it causes issues and very sharp edges. Now we want this pattern to be repeated, and therefore we are gonna say add curve view multiplied and equal to a channel integer where we name it anything you like, but I'm just gonna say multi. And that makes an integer where if I dial this up, you basically see the same pattern repeated so many times. I mean, not so many times, however many times I have it here. And I think 50 is fine. I know these numbers look huge, but they're gonna make sense later. I just have I have these two, so I know the numbers. But when you are working for yourself, it's good to test all kinds of numbers. We also need to so this channel ramp, this curve here goes from 0 to 1, but Oh, I'm just gonna explain that later because if I explain it now, it's gonna be confusing. I'm just gonna need a for each point, and inside we are gonna make a copy to points. Mm, and we also need another line where this one is on the z-axis, this one has to be on x-axis. The length should be fine. The points 8 is fine because we're gonna bend it later. So now we should have all of our points. Fancy. Now if we bend it according to our attribute that's called CD, uh, so we basically have, sorry, I know it looks awkward at the bottom, but because it's animation, you see these curves are bended this way and that way and this way and that way, and that's driven by the CD. And if right now I bend it according to, so for example, I have 170 here. You don't need to change these. Uh, Scale by attribute, and the attribute name is CD. Well, that's nice. That actually looks really nice. But anyway, uh, so wait. This is CD, and it's going from here to there. Oh, because our direction is at the x-axis, just make sure this one is also on the x-axis, and this has to be 0. And now, as you can see, our curves are bended, but these are not bended, and the reason for that is, and here our curve view is going from 0 to 1, and these are 0, so they are not bended, but we want these values to go from -1 to 1, so these also get bended, and for that we are going to say add CD is equal to fit. Now it's 0 1, and we are gonna change it to -1 and 1. Now it should give you this result, which looks really nice. And now it's just a matter of dropping down a skin node, and voila, you have it. And these are very sharp. That is very sharp, and the way to fix that is just playing around with these. And also cracking this up to maybe 70. And now you're gonna be like, oh, it's not fixed, but select all these points. So select one, hold shift, select the last one, and change this to B-spline. You should have this, and maybe these should be in their place after all. Nice. Now it's just a mirror. Awesome. Now it looks ugly. It's fine. We can have another angle where the channel, for example, I'm just going to use one of these presets. Now, if I attribute transfer, we should have something like that. But instead of 70 times, 5 is okay. I don't like the colors. That is better. But as you can see, we have these sharp edges, which is because this ends and then it goes back from here. It's not like it's going there and back and there and back. Maybe there's a way to fix that, but my way of fixing that is I manually, like, I have these, and I grabbed it from this website called Coolors. Uh, and it's basically if you press space, it's gonna find you colors that are matching together and pleasing for the eye. For example, this set is very nice. You just copy the X code and paste it, and I paste the first five here, and then these ones are just a mirror for the first five. But because uh, it's gonna take very long for this one as well to do it. I'm just gonna drop down this one from the other, but it's not gonna like take forever to make. You can just make it yourself. Now I have this, and it's just a matter of deforming it or on a curve. And one little trick I like to use when I drop down a curve node and I start drawing, uh, is just gonna show you in a bit. Just draw any shape. It doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna move these very quickly. And it looks very jaggy, and now I drop down in the sample node, and if I have this a lot higher, then I convert it to a NURBS curve and resample it again. You should have a very nice and smooth curve, as you can see. Now I just need a curve deform. Oh, it's a path deform. Yeah, this goes there, that one goes here, and Houdini is doing some calculation, and you have it already. If you don't have it, you just change these. Make sure the forward is set to X or whatever works for you, and the up is usually Y. And now, if I want to animate it, going as just you come here, so you see. Sorry, it's this one offset. You see, just drop keyframe here, come to the frame you want it to end, and drop another keyframe. And now, if I play through, you're gonna see it going like that, just like how can I say, just like a train. But one thing to notice is this is too like this is boring still. Now you can drop down a bend node, and right here just see where the last point is, which is 150, or you can just measure here. That's 150. Come to the bend, disable bend, come to twist, have the twist go crazy, like 1500, or but now it's just twisting there, and the capture length should be 150, and you have this. Looks nice. Maybe that's too much. 1000 should be fine. Now the path deform should look a little better. You see it's twisting through. Now, what else did I have? I think that's all for this particular setup. You just need to place your camera somewhere here, new camera, or looks through this camera, which is kind of off. And you can render this out. Nice Mograph. For the other one where the colors are shifting, is you basically have this offset which I made and didn't use. That's funny. So you don't need. I'm just gonna make another one so I don't mess that one up. This one is where it's going and twisting, and if I remove this animation and come here, you see if I change this, it's gonna change color, but it's not smooth. It's very jaggy. That's because of our points. Right now we only have 2000, which sounds like a lot, but it's not. So just drop down a resample node, plug it here, and set this value to a very, very, very low number. Like something like that. You're gonna be left with 1,000,000 points, but trust me, it's worth it. Now if I come to here and change this shift, it should be a lot smoother. You're gonna see it once I cache it out. Now if I come to this bend as well, oh no, there is something else I like to do is drop down a transform node here and just I need the handle. I'm not very good at distinguishing what's X, what's Y for rotation. So the first frame, keyframe, then at frame 45, just have this go crazy. Drop down another keyframe. Now see if it's fast or slow. Too fast, I think. That should be okay. Nice. Now come to here for the offset, the same. This should be a keyframe. Here, another keyframe. Awesome. Now we should see something nice. 100 frames, flipbook, output, start. Oh no, I didn't want this. Can I cancel out? Please, thank you. Now I come here, I look at it this way, and then do book flip. Let's see what we have. The color changing should be very, very smooth, and now it's just your artistic touch to choose what colors do you like the most and what colors go well together. Halfway through. I wish I cached it out. It's I think it's faster, but anyway, it's almost done. Awesome. What do we have here? Oh no. Do not crash, please. I think the rotation is a little too fast. But this is not cached out properly. It's very jaggy. Maybe it's because I'm recording and I have a ton of programs open and my computer is not strong enough for it. But I'm gonna do one last thing and get back to you. I'm just nothing of a big deal, just gonna tweak this transform and tweak the color changing and get back to you. Alright, I'm back. Well, now I think about it, this actually looks a lot nicer than the first one. I thought this was um, like just an extra information, but this one looks a lot nicer. I mean, these sharp edges are kind of annoying, but for the rest, it's fine. The color going through, and it's twisted, but it's rotating as well, which I really like that part. That's about it. Thank you very much. I think I explained it both above, which is good. I hope you enjoyed. I If you want these zip files, let me know in the comment section. And for right now, I don't know how to share them. I don't I don't think of any uh, sharing platform there. It's like a permanent way. But anyways, thanks for Entagma. I mean, this is kind of my way of tackling this kind of animation. Their way is very interesting, but I found it very complex as well. This is very simple and very simple nodes is used. Uh, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care. Peace.